24 years ago, I decided to turn to the dark side. And what I mean when I say that jokingly is that 24 years ago this week, that's when I decided to leave Philadelphia, where I had been a sports reporter for about 7 years, eventually moving up to becoming a managing editor of a nationwide sports wire service. And before that, and really in conjunction with that, I had done cable TV broadcasts of all types of high school sports. Some 150 telecasts a year doing play-by-play for 7, 8 years as well. But I decided, I was only making like $23,400, which wasn't chump change back in 1989, but I was getting married in a couple months, and there was a guy in Atlanta who had twice previously offered me a job. I decided it's time to leave Philly. I got to make some money. I'm going to Atlanta to become the editor of a brand new sports magazine, monthly sports magazine that had a focus, a lean toward gambling. And let's face it, I had always been on the fringe of gambling for years. Gambling, starting with my own little parlay cards back in high school, gambling in college. Danny, my bookie, a former high school principal, he loved me. I was like a son to him. Except when I was winning all the time in baseball. Then Danny, well, he didn't really have a lot of time for me then. Okay, but on pay-up days, hey, he like every bookmaker, that's when they were your best friends. So I'd always been on the fringe of it all, and I thought, well, let me go to Atlanta. Long story short, 6 months later, the magazine folds. That leads me into starting and running an advertising agency. Yes, an ad agency, doing that, dealing with a lot of the people in this business, doing newspaper, TV, radio buys. Year later, suddenly I'm out there going, God, I got to get back in radio. Syndicated myself, created a nationwide talk show, syndicated, all focusing on gambling, which led to 6 years of publishing my own football and basketball tip sheet. But along the way, I've always stayed true to one thing. I've always tried to demystify what the perceptions, many of them wrong, that you, the gambling public, have about this business. And let me tell you another one, and I've said this many, many times over the years. If you think I am sitting here and watching every single game, you are crazy. Absolutely crazy. Case in point, in the Memphis series against Oklahoma City, last night I turned the game on with 33 seconds to play in regulation. It really didn't matter to me that Memphis was down by 17 points early in that contest. It didn't matter to me how poorly Memphis had played early in that game, how Kevin Durant once again disappeared in the fourth quarter. I turned it on with 33 seconds left. You know the deal. And how many times have I told you this? The joke, the in-house joke among handicappers is that every NBA game is seemingly decided in the final 2 minutes. Every single game in this Memphis-Oklahoma City series has been decided in the final 2 minutes, has it not? And that's the fact. And as I write here on my page today, it's one of the reasons that so many handicappers are adverse to dealing with basketball. So many of them put their shingle out, gone for fishing, gone to go fishing at the end of the big dance because they don't want to deal with the NBA playoffs. They don't want to deal with baseball. And yet, I've told you, playoffs, it's easy to make money because it gives you and it affords you the opportunity to get a handle on particular matchups. Now, not every matchup is one that you can get your hands around it, okay? I mean, case in point, look at me. I told you yesterday, Miami, Chicago. I thought Miami was going to win tonight. I gave it to you as like a free pick type of selection, But the fact is, Miami, Chicago, San Antonio, Golden State, I couldn't win a game in those series if my life depended on it. Memphis, Oklahoma City, Indiana, and the New York Knicks. Hell, I'm 6-1 in those series. It's easy as cake. And last night I cashed in with the winner on the Grizzlies. But again, I don't sit here and watch every single game, guys. Because it's like, some of these handicappers, I love the fact that some of these guys, it's almost like they wear it on their sleeve. Hey, I watched every single NFL game on Sunday. Big effing deal. I used to go cover games, and I'd sit there, and it's different when you're a reporter and you're covering a game because one particular play could be the lead of your story, or one particular play could change the game, and that's what you're writing to inform the public about. But as a gambler, do you really think I'm sitting there and going, damn, the Rams really couldn't attack that cover 2 scheme that Seattle was playing. Damn, that really hurt me. What are you going to learn from that? Nothing. You watch the game as a fan. The fact is, as a former reporter, what I've always relied on is the eyes and the ears of the beat writers out there that are covering the teams. The guys like me that I used to do, sitting in the press boxes, in the locker rooms, giving me a sense of what's going on the field, and more importantly, what's going on in the locker room. Sense of how the team responds after wins or losses. That has always been the key to gambling. Thank God for the internet, because it certainly has made it easier as the years have gone by. But again, I always try to demystify some of this stuff. I'll never forget a few years back. Oh, God, this was many years back. One of the first times I ever went to Las Vegas. It was like in the early 90s or something. And I think this guy is still in business. He's one of these 800 phone room operators, right? So I walk into his office because I was working for a company that was in association with him. I had nothing to do with his sports 800 service or anything like that, but something else dealing with writing. So I happened to walk in, and in this plush office, there's a door with a sign on it that says handicapping room. So me being the witty guy, I immediately say to the people in the room, I said, oh, is that where they have the dartboard? That joke didn't go over real big. Again, you can't take yourself seriously. It's a 50-50 proposition, guys. Win or lose. So again, anyway, moving forward here to today's games, we've got two of them on tap. Spurs and the Warriors. Just like the Heat and the Bulls yesterday, don't ask me who's going to win the damn game because I have absolutely no idea. But I will give you a free pick coming up here in just a moment on the Pacers-Knicks contest and talk to you about why I'm not using that as my best bet, even though I'm coming off a 10-dime winner last night on the Grizzlies. And I've got a free baseball selection for you as well. But let's get to the good stuff. The coupons today. Craig Davis. I think he was the only guy here at the site on Sunday who had the Warriors outright over the Spurs. That was a 50-dime winner. Had another 50-dime winner as he remained undefeated in the Memphis-Oklahoma City series by backing the Grizzlies last night. Today, 50-dime winner number 8 out of 11 in the NBA playoffs and 27 out of 42 overall. That dates back to the beginning of the football service. That is the half-price play of the day from Craig Davis. You can get it for half price by using this coupon code CD for Craig Davis. CD, his initials, 3750. CD 3750. That's coupon number 1. Or perhaps you want to go someplace else. You want to pick your own handicapper. Maybe it's Scott Delaney, right? Who yesterday cashed in with his 80-dime winner number 5 in a row. 5 of them this NBA season. He has won all 5 of them. Today, he's going back to baseball for his baseball major wager winner number 10 out of 15. 60-dime winner number 3 in a row. For a guy who has made $10 bettors over $8,100 the past 5.5 months. Hell, over $2,400 just in the past 2 months. Maybe you want to pick him. Well, here's a coupon for you. Save $35 off the purchase of any particular handicapper, any particular handicapper's package. The choice is yours. One-time usage coupon good today. I've been doing this for the past week. You guys love it. I don't mind giving the money away. I hope. We'll see what the bottom line is at the end of the month, but hell, I give you a ton. What the hell? Because I like to reward you guys, especially now. You guys that are here for the NBA playoffs and the baseball season, you are the diehards. Believe me, you're one of me, okay? The guys that don't give up, that still play 7 days a week, that do it all through the summer because you know the value in winning money and how easy it is at this time of year. So I like to reward you even more than I do the normal guys who are in football. So save $35 off a single purchase today by using coupon code 35, CODE, and the number 35, code 35. Finally, $5 play of the day release. Unfortunately, did not win yesterday. Chris Jordan went 1 and 2 with those selections after hitting a monster baseball dog on Sunday as the $5 play of the day. But the $5 play of the day has won 7 of the past 10 days, I believe it is, and 11 of the last 15 overall. The $5 play of the day is going to be Anthony Reds. 80-dime winner in basketball, number 10 out of 13 and 3 in a row. It's your San Antonio Golden State over-under. Normal price is $65. You get it for $5 by using this coupon. Save 60. Save 60. SAVE and the number 60. SAVE and the number 60. Now, he has had 2 previous 80-dime total releases. They have won, and both of them you have gotten for $5. You get another one today. $5 play of the day. Once again, Anthony Reds. 80-dime total winner. Number 3 in a row. And 10 out of 13 overall with those 89 basketball plays on the Warriors Spurs over under. Do I have to tell you anything else? Let's see. Who's hot, who's not? Just looking here at the site. Oh, how about me? Me tonight, in case FYI you're wondering. Yes, I had the Grizzlies last night, but today I'm going back to baseball. 10-dime play, underpriced chalk in baseball. Just as strong as the Grizzlies last night. More importantly, going for winning day number 20 out of 26. 20 out of 25. And baseball winner number 20 out of 24. Just did 4 straight and 7 of my last 8 5-dime baseball releases. And this play is twice as strong. Okay, so I'm on a 12-4 run. with my NBA free picks, and tonight I'm going to go with the Pacers minus the 5.5 points at home against the New York Knicks. You know, something that has really surprised me in this series is how ineffective Tyson Chandler has been. I mean, really, he has been a defensive stalwart for the Knicks since his arrival from Dallas a couple of years ago, but he has been out-hustled and out-muscled by Roy Hibbert, David West, the big bruising front line of the Pacers throughout this series, and he has simply been ineffective. Look at game number 3. Okay, Pacers won the game by 11 points. Both Indiana and New York shoot 35% from the field. What was the difference in that contest? It was the Pacers winning the battle of the boards once again. 53-40, they out-rebounded, and consequently, they outscored the Knicks 20-10 in second chance points in Sunday's game. Knicks have a myriad of problems. I mean, you've got Carmelo Anthony and J.R. Smith, who in this series, whether it's because of ineffectiveness or illness, are combined 40 for 112. And remember, the Pacers, in the 4 regular season games, 3 of which Carmelo played, they held Anthony in check. I think he only shot like 35% against them during the regular season. So his ineffectiveness in this series certainly is not surprising. Meanwhile, Smith, bothered by the flu, which Kenyon Martin, who has been a strong contributor for them in this series off the bench, also now bothered with. You got Shumpert, who has been playing lockdown defense and giving them some height in the backcourt, which is what they need against the Pacers' bigger, more physical guards. He is bothered by a sprained knee, the same knee that he had operated on about a year ago or so. Who knows if he's going to play tonight? This Pacers team has been dynamite at home. I told you before, they are very inconsistent on the road. But at home, 30-11 straight up in the regular season, 4-0 straight up and against the spread in the postseason, average winning margin, 16.5 points in the game. I think they get the Butterflies over early here. I think that they rebound and shoot much better here in Game 4 than they did in Game 3. Plus, much like I backed the Grizzlies last night because it was not going to be deja vu, but it was going to be deja don't. And as I told you last night with the Grizzlies, it was the memories of blowing the home court advantage twice against the Clippers in last year's playoff series, the memories of the 2011 encounter with the Thunder when they were up 2-1 in the series and lost in triple overtime and eventually lost that series in 7. They were not going to repeat those same sins. Good thing I didn't watch the damn game early and be down by 17 points. I think the same thing happens with the Pacers. Remember, last year in this same exact spot, up 2-1 against Miami, they lose and get swept out by the Heat in this one. I think this is a learning experience that they are able to draw from, and it's a 5.5 point line, so I'm going to go with Indiana. Why did I not make this my best bet? Well, I thought the baseball play was a little stronger. If this was 4.5, I got to be honest with you. At 4 and 4.5, I would have taken Indiana. At 5.5, it's just a number in this particular matchup, which has a tendency to be a low-scoring game, except for the Game 2 blowout by the Knicks. I just feel that it's one to show a little caution. So that's why I'm relegating it to a free pick. Now, in baseball, I'm going to go with the Toronto Blue Jays minus $1.30 at home. I like the fact that Jose Bautista is starting to hit the ball. A couple of homers in his last game, a 12-4 rout of the Red Sox at Fenway, which allowed the Blue Jays to finish a 7-game road trip with 2 straight wins and a 4-3 overall record. Have they played well this season? No. Have they played well at home? No. Are the San Francisco Giants coming off a 7-3 homestand with 3 straight wins against the Braves? Yes. Have the Giants won 10 of their last 13 games? Yes. And do they have a pitching matchup advantage with Barry Zito against R.A. Dickey? Yes, they do, especially considering that Dickey, Cy Young Award winner last year in the National League, but certainly not performing that way in the junior circuit. 2-5, 5.06 earned run average, 0-3 pitching at the Rogers Center. You know what they used to call it? The Sky Dome, right? Right, Toronto? Anyway, in last 4 starts, he has a 5.76 earned run average, has a 6.75 ERA at home. So why take Toronto minus $1.30? Because Dickey is now going to face, in this interleague matchup, a National League team. And I like them in this particular spot. I think this is a very good spot to take them. Also, listen, Barry Zito, look at his home and away split this season. He has had 5 starts in San Francisco. He's 3-0 in those starts and has 0.55 earned run average. He's had 2 starts on the road, okay? San Diego and Milwaukee. He has been rocked and knocked out of the box early in those games. His pitching line in those 2 games combined, 6 in the 3rd innings, 14 hits allowed, 15 runs, 10 of them earned for an ERA of 14.21. So I think it's time to jump on Toronto, and that's why the Blue Jays are your free baseball pick. Well, good luck, guys, and I will catch you again on Wednesday when we will try to find the charity play of the week for you as well. Good luck. Catch you later.